KB and K-Pasa, shout out to all of my great ones worldwide. It's your man King Nabby the Great. Today we have a movie review. Now this is for a film. It's a film it's a Mexican film from the golden era of film. It was released in 1948. It's directed by Ismael Rodriguez. It's written by him as well as Rogelio Gonzalez. It's a film starring the incomparable, the great, ya sabes, Pedro Infante. And one thing also about this film is that although it is available on DVD in Spanish with English subtitles, I actually watched this film in Spanish with no subtitles whatsoever. So it was quite the experience. Yes, I am getting better with my understanding, and I felt that this would be a good opportunity to test it out. Let me know in the comments how I've done after I give you this summary and this classic movie review. I wouldn't even say it's a review because I'm not going to give it a score. It's more of an homage, just paying homage to such a great film. And this film is Los Tres Huastecos, starring Pedro Infante, ya sabes, as you already know. Now, without further ado, walk with me. Vamos. To give you a quick summary, Los Tres Huastecos is about three brothers. Three identical twin brothers, triplets. Their mother died. They went off to live in three different places with three different families. One of them, Juan de Dios, he ends up being a orthodox, very stern, like strict, conservative priest. The other one, Lorenzo, he ends up being, I guess you could say, sort of like a gangster. They call him Bronco. I guess sort of like a gangster outlaw type. You know, he smokes his cigar, he rides his horse. He has his daughter Tusita. We'll get into her a little bit later. And the third one, Victor, he ends up being, I guess, a captain in the military, I believe. Now, within this classic movie review, I'll go over just a few points. Of course, the incomparable Pedro Infante. I'll go over his performance as well as some of the other side characters. I will go over the cinematography of the film. One amazing thing that they were able to accomplish within this film that I didn't realize they were able to accomplish so well that far back and so masterfully. I may have seen it in other films from that era. I can't remember off the top of my head. It will probably come to me after, but they did a magnificent job of this one thing. And then also I will go over the music of the film. Now, to start off with Pedro Infante, I've of course listened to the music of Pedro Infante, and this film, and I've seen other films, but this film really showed me why Pedro Infante is such a legendary entertainer, because the way that he was just able to masterfully play these three characters to where you really felt like you were watching three different people, even when they were on screen at the same time. You really felt like you were watching three different brothers. Is just a masterful performance, and I have to give it up to Pedro Infante. He did a great job with that. In addition to him, we also have a great supporting cast, namely Blanca Estela Pavon. May she rest in peace. Que en paz descanse. She plays Maritonia, who is a woman who works with, you know, Juan de Dios, or she works in the same community as him, and she's heavy into the church. They're good friends, and she ends up meeting, you know, when Victor moves around there, she ends up meeting Victor, the military captain, and they bump heads. Well, you could tell it's like love at first sight when they meet each other. I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but you can tell it's love at first sight when they meet each other. But once again, Pedro Infante, he's so comedic. His character does little things here and there that are kind of flirtatious, but kind of he does to poke fun at her and to just kind of mess with her. And there's this one scene where a confessional scene, which is really funny, where he basically gets to realize, you know, how much she really likes him, and the way that he does it is clever, is funny. It just adds, of course, to the feel of this movie, which is sort of like, which is more of a comedic movie than a drama. Also, La Tusita, La Tusita, Maria Eugenia Llamas, La Tusita. She plays a little 4-year-old girl. She's Lorenzo, the gangster guy. She's his daughter in the film, and she is just so cute. Again, you see the layers of Lorenzo, because Lorenzo, he's this guy, he likes to gamble. He's got this hardened exterior, and you see the layers to him because you see how soft he gets when he's around his daughter. And it reminds me of my relationship with my own daughter, and it's just such a cute thing because she smacks him around. There's one scene when she keeps on calling him back into the bedroom she's supposed to be going to sleep, but she keeps on calling him back into the bedroom to get stuff for her, do stuff for her. And it doesn't matter how annoyed he gets and how angry he gets, when she calls on him, he's there. You know, that's his little girl that he loves so much. That's a soft place, the soft spot. And you see the layers in that character. It's believable because Pedro Infante puts on such a great performance. In addition, she kind of, you know, you can see that she's his daughter, she's daddy's girl, because she's sort of a really like tough type of girl. She has a snake and a tarantula that she plays with like it's nothing, and they come in later in the film, you know, kind of save the day. I don't want to give it away, but she, you know, she's really like a very funny girl, and kind of steals the show in every, you know, that's the one person I was able to steal the show from Pedro Infante when she was on screen, is Tusita. Now we come to the cinematography of the film. Now, of course, I told you that this is Pedro Infante, or maybe I didn't say this clearly, but Pedro Infante plays 3 brothers, 3 different, you know, they're triplets, identical. He plays them each individually. There are times when they share screen, where they do share screen time together. Through the magic of cinema, in 1948, they were able to do this to a point to where, I mean, you know, we have CGI these days. I've watched a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of big blockbuster movies. I know what great CGI looks like. And the fact that they were able to pull this off back then in 1948, which, if my math is correct, is about 70 years ago, I mean, 70 years ago exactly about. They were, I mean, it's amazing that the cinematography that's within this film is just remarkable, that they were able to capture them on screen together, have it look good. The areas, even though it's a black and white film, you really see you really get the feel of the Huasteca region. It's classic filmmaking. It rivals anyone who thinks that because, you know, it's a Mexican film, that it's not going to be up to the standard of the golden age films from the United States or from Europe. You're totally mistaken, because this film is definitely at the top, and other films that I've seen before are also at the top with quality. And if you've seen Mexican, you know, cinema nowadays, then you should know that the quality is way up there. As far as the storytelling, the cinematography, everything, the directing, the filmmaking, the writing, everything is top notch, some of the best in the world. Now, lastly, the music. It's the music from the Huasteca region. I believe it's the Huapango music, violins, a lot of violin work, a lot of like smaller guitar, maybe banjo type of stuff work. Beautiful. I loved it. I love seeing, there were so many scenes with the dancing, and this, of course, Pedro Infante is in the movie, so he's singing and doing stuff like that. That goes without saying. You already know how I feel about Pedro Infante. Con gran indiferencia. You already know how I feel about Pedro Infante. All right, I didn't even need to sing that. But the music of the Huapango is just, it's just, I loved it. I loved it throughout the film. It gave a great feel to the film, along with coupled with the cinematography, made me feel like I was there. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie and the music of the movie, and I want to listen to more Huapango. I've been sent some Huapango stuff by some of my friends / subscribers / Great Ones Team Grandioso. And I will do some reactions to some of the music, because I was supposed to do it a long time ago, but you know, I apologize. Things, you know how things go. But there's some great music. Great music. In conclusion, overall, Los Tres Huastecos is an amazing movie. It is a classic movie. Please, in the comments, let me know what you feel. If you've seen the movie Los Tres Huastecos, if you love the movie, if you haven't seen it, please go see it. I highly recommend it. It's Pedro Infante at his best. It's golden age cinema at its best. Please give me a like this video if you like it. Please share this video. Please subscribe if you enjoy movies, music, and entertainment as much as I do. It's your man, King Nabby the Great. It's your brother, King Nabby the Great. Team Grandioso. Be great in life, and life will be great to you. Say grandioso en la vida, y la vida ser grandioso para ti. Creativity, abundance, and prosperity to all. And I'm out.
Mafioso, mafioso, mafioso.